All right. Hello. Happy New Year, everyone. So today is Jan 2nd, 2026. Okay, so I think, yeah, again, it's been like 2.5 weeks since I recorded a video. Uh, this week I was back to work. So I was on holiday from 18th to 28th, and then I was on for a few more days. So this week, like so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, half a day, and then Thursday I was off. Today I'm back on. So yeah, it's a short day, 3.5 days or so. But Obviously, when you come back from holiday, and okay, the holiday I was really deliberately, I deleted my email app and I was not trying to check my email and all of that stuff. So um, that was good. Like, I mean, I want to do more of that, and I successfully did that, so that's good. And Now I'm back, and so yeah, I came back on that started on the Monday. There's lots of backlog, so obviously lots of meltdowns for things that people depend on me for. Like it's grading time, so people were like, "Oh yeah, I submitted my assignment late, but I was not checking my email." So it was there's lots of that. So that I have to clear out. Then I had to submit the grades. Then I had to respond to a lot of email and like send some data like here and there, like so lots of that. There's still some backlog there, but so the next few weeks is going to be really busy because okay, firstly I have to prepare for a new class. So I'm teaching a new class on designing and I think it's called Designing and Evaluating Social Media. It's a very, very interesting class, a PhD level class. First time for me. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm looking forward to it. So, but that comes with a lot of material that I have to read and like prepare. Obviously, this is a PhD level course, so it requires more preparation, but also at the same time, uh, the I mean, it's really like a huge time for a lot of deadlines. So the January 15th deadline is a big deadline usually. So there's that. So we have a few papers that we want to submit there and a lot of work being done for that. So there's at least like three or four, maybe three new papers, and then two or three or maybe more usually rejected from web conference or Kai. Hopefully not, like touch wood, but yeah. So there's going to be a lot of work for the Jan 15 deadline, and also the semester preparation in general. Like I'm teaching another course. This is something I've taught already. So just the preparing the canvas, all of that kind of stuff. I think there's that work. And then the the data annotation for our WhatsApp India election study is finally done after 1.5 years. And now it's on me, it's in my plate to do the analysis on the data and like write something and put out a preprint. So it's not super urgent, but it's again like it's been a year and a half, and we really want to at least get some preprint out in January. So there's that. Um, yeah, there's that we need to work on. I need to work on. That is on my thing. And then there is also, yeah, this week I was just doing a lot of catching up, and then okay, slacking off. But the one thing I did is so generative AI in India and in countries like this is very little known about how if people are using it, what people are using it for. So there's a lot of work in the US and maybe other contexts. So one thing I'm doing now is, collecting a lot of these ChatGPT usage logs from people. So we have a lot of data that I collected over the holidays from this online platform. It's called Clickworker, which has good samples for India, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria. This is where we got data for around 250 users from each country. And so that's over 1,000 users. And so we have that data now. I don't know how good quality that is, like, but the data is there. Like, so we are working on analyzing that data. Hopefully that'll give us some new understanding. So I was looking at that data partly, just doing some sanity checks. And then I was also trying to do there was this survey on generative AI usage in the US and estimating how much time it saves Americans in general. Like, so that is a very interesting survey. It was run by some economists. So now I want to do the same survey in India. And so good thing is they shared the entire survey, their survey instrument. But the bad thing is they shared it like as a PDF, which now I have to then code into Qualtrics. And I mean, I used Qualtrics before, but doing this sort of super complex like logic of like, okay, a display logic, but skip logic and then carry forward. But also the logic is super complex. So it's like, if you're employed, show this question. If you're not employed, show this version of the question. So, I mean, that took like a day and a half for me to implement. I just finished that and I will deploy that soon. I mean, I started a pilot, like I'll hopefully get that, if that works fine, then I'll run it like as a big thing. Like, so the idea there is to do it for like 1,000 users and, do it in multiple waves. So do it every month and get like some estimates of like how much people are using generative AI and how much time is being saved, what they're using it for, things like that. And combine that with the actual logs from people. So that's the idea of that project. So let's see how that goes. So yeah, that's what I did this week. Again, short week. Still a ton of things in my plate, like, but yeah. Um, cool. Okay, let me keep it short. Then I'll talk to you next week. And yeah, thank you. Happy New Year.